I'm here with Saratoga Schaeffer, and yes, that is the real first name. I need to learn more. We're in Saratoga Springs, so it's so perfect.
I feel like I kind of contractually had to be here as a person named Saratoga.
Exactly.
So I'm from Brooklyn originally.
Okay.
But my mom has been coming up to this area since she was a kid. And when she met my dad, she brought him to the area and he fell in love with it. And then she kind of suggested naming their firstborn Saratoga as a joke. And he took it very seriously. And now here I am.
That is amazing. Talk about loving Saratoga Springs.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Destination Saratoga All Access Podcast, brought to you by Discover Saratoga. Here is your host, MacKenzie Zarzycki.
This podcast takes you behind the scenes with the people shaping Saratoga County's vibrant culture, rich history, and thriving community. This episode is sponsored by Julie & Co. Welcome back to the Destination Saratoga All Access Podcast. I'm your host, MacKenzie, and today's episode is all about the Saratoga Book Festival. This year marks the 5th anniversary of one of Saratoga's most beloved events. It's a milestone celebration that brings together authors, readers, and book lovers from across the country to downtown Saratoga Springs for 3 days of inspiring conversations, panels, and literary fun. From best-selling authors to emerging voices, children's programs to thought-provoking discussions, the Saratoga Book Festival has become a true highlight in the Saratoga community. Today, I'll be joined by the festival's founder and co-chair, Ellen Beal, along with a few of this year's featured authors. So let's turn the page and dive right in. I'm here with Nicholas D. DeMizio. Tell me, where are you from? What's the title of your book? And why did you write it?
Okay, so I'm originally from Connecticut, lived in the city for a long time, but moved up here to Saratoga 5 years ago.
Very cool.
So I'm a local. My latest book is called Nearly Wed. It is my third published book, and I think I wrote it because it was, just a story that I really wanted to tell. It's about like a couple who's getting married and they go on an early honeymoon and just goes off the rail. Oh, sorry. Everything goes off the rails. I wanted to write like a book about rom-coms.
Okay.
But it's also its own rom-com. And yeah, it was so fun to write. It was so fun to publish and have the whole experience, seeing readers react to it. And I'm excited to talk about it this weekend because it's been a minute since it came out. So I'm getting to like relive the fun of when it was published.
That's so exciting. So what was the inspiration? Or did you just always have this idea about the newlywed book?
I definitely modeled the couple after my fiance and myself. So there's definitely like a lot of personal inspiration, but it's a totally fictional, highly dramatic story that is, not based fully on real life. Just want to put that out there.
So you say.
Yeah.
I love this story idea.
So we love publishers for that, for their title expertise.
So speaking of noise, we are here at the Saratoga Book Festival. Yeah. Tonight is the literary marketplace, and it is poppin'. Quite noisy.
Quite noisy. I haven't.
The best way possible.
I love Saratoga Book Fest. I haven't been in 3 years, which I feel is criminal. So I'm very excited to be back this year.
Yay.
And to also make like this. I feel like this wasn't a thing 3 years ago when I went. They didn't have like this Friday night soiree, but it's amazing.
This is my first book festival, but so far so good. You transplanted to Saratoga 5 years ago. What is your favorite thing about Saratoga? Where do you like to go? What do you like to do? Where do you eat?
I gotta say, this is going to be like the probably most predictable, but also like probably least locally answer. But I really love track season.
Okay.
because my fiance and I, we used to come here every summer anyway, just to like, for a few days of the track, go up to Lake George, like have some summer fun.
Yeah.
So I just love it. I mean, it does, I will say I've grown to love the off season a lot too, when like things get a little more quiet and like, like winter where you can kind of hibernate a little more. But I love everything about it. Fall is beautiful up here.
It is.
Oh my God, the foliage and like all of that. But yeah, I mean, my favorite spots, I've been really into Kindred lately.
Oh, cool.
Like by Henry
Street.
Yeah, like
it's like a funky wine bar, right?
Yes.
With pizza.
Wine list is amazing. They have a chicken liver pate.
Oh.
That is to die for.
Okay.
And especially ever since Sperry's, are they still open or no?
I do not believe Sperry's is open right now.
They used to back like a few years ago, and then like when we used to visit, they used to have the best chicken liver pate.
Oh.
But
did not know that.
Yeah, I don't even think it's on the menu anymore. Like the last time they were open.
Oh.
But yeah, Kindred. Any pate lovers?
Yeah.
Go to Kindred.
Okay. Well, I'm a big track fan, so I can relate. Track season
nice.
is by far my favorite, and I grew up 15 minutes down the road, so for me, it doesn't get old.
Right.
But yeah, there's so many great spots in Saratoga. There are so many different places to eat. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. I'm like, what cuisine do I want today?
Yeah.
Let's start there because there's so many options.
Right. That's the other thing I love about the off season is that it's easier to get a table.
Yes, it's
you don't
easier
have to,
to get reservations for sure.
Right.
Have you been to Standard Fare or Bocage on Philo?
Literally have been to neither. I know Bocage has been open for a while.
Yes, you got to go.
I know.
If you like wines, they have a great champagne list, and you can get like a bubbly rosé. That's one of my favorites. And Standard Fare is like elevated comfort food. You could get a beautiful pork chop, a meatloaf. They have pigs in a blanket.
Okay,
but everything's elevated, and they have tiny teenies. So they have a Savi B martini. So if you don't want the full martini, I personally got 2 of the smaller ones last time I was there because I wanted to sample them. There was like 3 or 4 in the menu.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well,
it's so good.
One martini is so strong.
Yeah.
Like I love a dirty martini, like an extra dirty, but like I'm like I have 2 and I'm
same. So these little ones are great because then you can try the different ones, and I really liked the Savi B.
I love that. Okay.
That's actually what it's called too, the Savi B.
Going to both.
Love it.
I'm sold.
You gotta go. You gotta go. Very cool. So if you could go back and talk to your younger self, what is one piece of advice you would tell yourself?
Oh my gosh, there's like so much. My younger self wouldn't have listened to any of it, but what I would say is just like stop being like self-conscious and like obsessed with all of like the potential ways that you could fail, and just do your thing without thinking about like hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we can't control how things go, and especially like I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Not the younger self thing, but just about like the journey that life takes based on the choices you make when you're younger, and like the ripple effects and all of that. Like if I hadn't been so like timid or like scared to like put myself out there, I probably would have like had my first book published much earlier than I did. Not that I like got a late start in publishing, but certainly later than like some of my peers who are like on their 7th book or something, and my 4th one comes out in April. So
that's a big deal. Congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, I feel like there's like and it's probably getting worse now with social media, but with like young people and like teens and 20s, there's just so much self-consciousness.
Oh yeah.
And it's like,
it's definitely scary.
Yeah, comparison is the thief of joy and all the other things.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a theme in Nearly Wed too, because we have like a protagonist who's really obsessed with like the picture perfect, stereotypical big wedding through the book, because he has a fiance who's like hates the spotlight and hates attention. So he kind of has to wrestle with like, why am I so consumed with appearances? You know what I mean? Like when the reality and the day-to-day is really what is life. Not to get like philosophical or anything, but yeah, it's interesting. But I don't know.
Well, I'm very excited about your book and your panel. I hope you have a wonderful time at the Holiday Inn tomorrow. I'm sure you will. And I'm just so excited to be here with you guys today. So thank you for coming in.
Same. Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Now, here's a quick message from our sponsor. If you're ready to live in a vibrant downtown full of arts, activities, shopping, fine dining, and world-class thoroughbred racing, or you're drawn to the Adirondack Park with its lakes, trails, festivals, and restaurants, it's time to call Julie & Co. Realty, LLC, your hometown brokerage with local experts. Julie & Co. Realty, LLC gives you the insider's advantage on what's available in Saratoga Springs, the Capital Region, and the Adirondack Park. And with realtors who specialize in lakefront properties, second homes, historic homes, land and commercial listings, they have the premier agent you need to help you buy or sell with confidence. For more information, visit juliecorealty.com.
I'm here with Saratoga Schaeffer. And yes, that is the real first name. I need to learn more. We're in Saratoga Springs, so it's so perfect.
I feel like I kind of contractually had to be here as a person named Saratoga.
Exactly.
So I'm from Brooklyn originally.
Okay.
But my mom has been coming up to this area since she was a kid. And when she met my dad, she brought him to the area and he fell in love with it. And then she kind of suggested naming their firstborn Saratoga as a joke, and he took it very seriously, and now here I am.
That is amazing. Talk about loving Saratoga Springs.
Yeah.
What is your book? Why did you decide to write it? And where can we find it?
Yeah, so my book is called Serial Killer Support Group.
Ooh.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
It's about a woman who infiltrates a secret support group for serial killers to find out who murdered her younger sister. So very, very thrilling, very fast paced.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great for people who would, who love true crime, things like that.
It's like a true life crime junkie situation.
Yeah.
How do you find out about a secret club for serial killers?
Yeah, well, there's a whole initiation process she has to go through, and she's able to do it because she's not a cop, because the things they have her do is not legal. And yeah, you find out about it through the dark web, basically.
Wow.
And that's just pretty much the first 25 pages of the book. And then it gets really off the rails really quickly.
Wow. So how did you come up with this idea? Like, what's the inspiration? I mean, it sounds so crazy, like out there, but like in such a good way.
Thank you. Yeah. I was reading something that was sort of like a throwaway line. It was about how there's no such thing as like a support group for murderers. And that really was a light bulb moment for me. And I started thinking, well, what if there was? And specifically, what if there was a support group for serial killers? Like, our culture has this very intense kind of weird fascination with serial killers and has for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to sort of distill that into book format and explore that a little bit.
That's so cool. Is this your first book?
Yeah, this is my debut.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is so
Thank
exciting.
you.
Who would love your book and why?
And anybody who loves those sort of true crime podcasts or TV shows would definitely be into this. Anyone who loves thrillers or anything that's a little bit on the darker side, because it gets a little it's about serial killers, so it's a little creepy. There are short chapters throughout the book that are told from the point of view of the serial killers, and they're sort of like little flashbacks that explain how they are the way they are and why they are the way they are. So those are kind of interspersed throughout.
Did you do any research? I was like, how did you come up with these stories about these serial killers?
Yeah, so I very, very intentionally did not base the serial killers in my books on real life serial killers. I wanted them to be their own characters. Mm-hmm. But I did a ton of research on serial killers, and especially actually on female serial killers, because Syra, the main character, pretends to be one in order to trick these men and be, infiltrate her way into the group.
That's so cool. It's all very fascinating to me. So is this your first Saratoga Book Festival?
Yes, it is. I'm very excited.
So excited. Mine too. Look, we get to experience this together. So what has been your favorite part, or what are you looking forward to this weekend at the book festival?
Yeah, I mean, this space, this venue we're in right now is incredible. So that has definitely been a plus. I love getting to meet other authors and other readers. I think that's just like the highlight of any kind of event like this. So I'm always very excited to just like yap about books and writing and reading and everything that is bookish at all.
But you have come up from the city to Saratoga. What are some of your favorite places? Where do you like to eat? What do you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I love the whole city so much. Obviously, I moved here. If you asked me when I was 10, I would have talked a lot about the Wilton Mall and how much I love the Wilton Mall.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
I still
So you
have a soft
probably were
spot.
never here when it was Montgomery Ward.
I don't think so.
It used to be a strip mall before a mall. Yeah, malls are dying, but yes, I love Wilton Mall is a gem.
Wilton Mall is just a little bit different than it was when I was 10. I miss the carousel, but
gosh, carousel. That's so yep.
Wilton Mall is great.
In the food court.
The food court is great. Of course, I love Congress Park, Spit and Spatter, my bros, love them.
Love that.
Lots of great places to eat. I personally love Max London's because their dark chocolate tort is so good.
I've never had that.
It's delicious.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm also a vegetarian, so I'm like kind of like taken care of in town and kind of not depending on where I go.
It's tricky. I just found out in February that I'm celiac, so I'm trying to find gluten-free options, but I feel like we're fortunate to have enough to keep us to be able to go out to eat, right?
I mean, I also, as an author, I love Northshire, the bookstore, obviously. They're amazing. I've had, my launch was there. I have another event there with my horror that's coming out in February. And it's just like such a great store.
Oh, good.
That's like my favorite. I mean, I also a little bit miss the Borders, but I definitely am happy to have Northshire.
The Borders. We're going back. Wilton Mall.
Way back.
Montgomery Ward, Borders. That's buildings just starting to open up too.
Yeah.
What is the best or worst thing about being an author?
I feel like the best thing is that I get to do something that I love and gives me so much joy. And specifically being published now, like I've been working very, very hard to get published for over a decade. So to finally have that kind of happen, thank you. Yeah, has been just really amazing. And I've had an amazing debut experience, and just great things continue to happen.
Wow.
And that's just been such a treat. Worst thing, I guess, is it can be very high pressure. And I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I should be better about that. But yeah,
you care a lot.
You care a lot, and you're making art, and then you're also putting that art out there for people to kind of tear apart if they want to tear it apart.
Yeah.
And that can be a lot of pressure on yourself to sort of make something good. But when you love doing it, you kind of forget that part, which is nice.
Well, I think you're doing great, and you clearly have a good work ethic if you have worked at this for 10 years, and now we're here, your debut, your first book. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. But it's just wild because I feel like you're young and you're successful and you're killing it, and I'm proud of you, and I hope you take time to celebrate that.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
Is there anything else you want to share with the audience, or anything book-wise, festival-wise that you want to talk about?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, so my first book, Serial Killer Support Group, is out now, anywhere books are sold. My second book is a horror called Trad Wife. It's about a trad wife influencer who has a demon baby. And that is coming out February 10th, and it's available for pre-order now.
Wow.
And then I actually have a third book coming out in June called The Last Time We Drowned, and that is a thriller again. So lots of options.
So you really
people.
haven't taken a break.
No, I have not.
Have you been writing them simultaneously, or have you finished one and then start a next one?
Yeah, I usually finish one and start a next one, and I average about a book or two a year. Wow. So these are all books I wrote before I got my book deal, really.
So cool. So how many books do you have total?
And I've actually lost count. I think I must be into double digits at
That's
this point.
incredible. Saratoga, it has been lovely to meet you. I hope you have a great time this weekend, and I can't wait for your next 2 books to drop.
Thank you so much. It's been lovely chatting with you.
Yes, thank you.
Now here's a quick message from our sponsor. Looking for your next unforgettable night out? Let Metroland be your guide. Whether you're craving rooftop cocktails, chef-driven cuisine, or the best live music in the capital region, Metroland connects you with the pulse of Saratoga and beyond. It's your go-to source for where to go, what to do, and who's making waves in the local scene. From hidden gem restaurants and bar openings to weekend event guides and exclusive interviews with the area's top creatives, Metroland brings the capital region to life one story at a time. So before you plan your next night out, check out themetroland.com and follow the Metroland on Instagram. Metroland. Discover your scene.
Marjan,
Yes.
it's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Tell us about yourself. Where are you from? What is your book? And what inspired you to write it?
Well, my book is The Lion Women of Tehran, and a lot of people think that means I'm from Tehran. I am Iranian by heritage, but I only lived there between ages 2 and 5 and 9 to 10. So I am from the Boston area.
Okay.
I just came from the Boston suburbs, and my book is a friendship story.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. So what inspired you to write it?
Well, this is my third novel, and my
Ooh.
second novel was sort of my breakout book, and it became a big bestseller, and I was under a lot of pressure to write the next book, and I'd started writing this story about these 4 moms in the suburbs who were feeling very competitive about their firstborns going off to college.
Oh.
Not that that's very uncommon, but then when the pandemic began, I was scrolling Instagram during that strange lockdown time,
Yeah.
and I came across these posts from an old friend of mine who had been my childhood friend in the 4th grade in that year that I just said I was living in Iran. And she and I had once upon a time done everything together. We were inseparable.
Aww.
We did our homework together, we played together, we shared our dreams, we shared our fears, because it was a country that was becoming increasingly at that time autocratic. And then there was a war that started. But anyway, all these decades later, I see her there on Instagram, and I was just flooded with emotion because I kept thinking how different our lives now were. And, you know, here I was, an author telling stories in the US, and she works for a human rights organization in Iran.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just kept thinking how these friendships we make when we're young really shape us. And I think their influence on us lasts even if the friendship itself doesn't.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Do you still talk to that friend?
Only through Instagram. We're friends on Instagram. That's it. Like, I know. We used to be so close, but at this time, I've just left it at that. I'm just so grateful to be reconnected with her. Exactly.
Does she know that she is inspiration for this book?
Well, she follows me on Instagram, so she's probably seen me talk about the book. But I don't know if she knows she's inspiration. But I'll tell you what, something kind of cool that I did that only she and I might know is in the first chapter, the main character gets a letter from her old friend from childhood saying, I would love to talk to you. You need to call me. And she includes her phone number. So that is my friend's old landline number. Yeah,
Ooh.
I know. So she would know.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you put a phone number in a book, do you think those people ever get phone calls?
They do. That's why, like, in shows, it's always 555.
Yeah.
But in this case, I was using literally her old phone number, but it's from another country. So it doesn't even translate to our numbers. It's not the same number
Okay.
of digits.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah. It's just so strange when you lose touch with
Yeah.
people, these people that you've been so close to, and then you lose touch. And, you know, friendship breakups are just as heart-wrenching
Yes.
as romantic breakups.
Sometimes worse.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think. No. But I also feel, just from my experience, I have a friend who was my best friend from like 5 years old. And then after high school, we both kind of went our separate ways and lost touch for a few years. She lived in California. She joined the Air Force. I went to college. And then just within the last couple of years, we've rekindled. And to be completely honest, it doesn't feel like we skipped a beat.
Yes.
And
yes.
those are some of the best friendships. And when I look back, I feel like the relationship I have with her is so different than any one of my other friends because we went through a lot of childhood trauma together.
Yeah.
And trauma bonding is real. Like,
It's very real.
and I feel like maybe you and your friends who were in Iran at the time when war and things were happening, like you talked about your fears and you
Yes.
talked about your dreams.
Yes.
And not everyone gets to see that side of you. And when you're a kid, I feel like you're so raw and authentic. Whereas adults, maybe we don't say everything we might want to say, right? So you never know. Maybe you guys will rekindle this relationship. And so let's talk about the Saratoga Book Festival. Is this your first time here or have you been before?
It's my first time at the book festival.
And what do you think?
I'm very impressed. I love it. I love the venue in which we have the whole marketplace for the first night. And I just feel so many committed, devoted people, I can tell, have worked hard to make this festival happen.
Totally. I get the same vibe. And this is just the beginning. This is the kickoff, and then there'll be sessions for the next 2 days. So it's exciting. There's
Yes.
more to come.
Yes,
Have you ever been to Saratoga before?
I have, because I have a dear friend, a different friend
Love that.
from my youth who eventually moved here and lives here.
Very cool.
And so it's been really special. I just reconnected with her tonight.
Fantastic. So what do you guys have planned this weekend? Are you going anywhere fun? Any meals?
We are. So we hung out tonight and we're going to have lunch. I'm not sure where though.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. There's a lot of great lunch spots. So whatever cuisine you're into, I'm sure we have it. Lots of great food.
Yeah.
And so many good places for like a nightcap. I don't know if you drink, but there are some fun places where they do mixology, some great martinis. Nine Maples, one of my favorite spots. The guys at Bocage have an epic champagne bar. Maybe you girls can go out for a toast after your panel.
That would be awesome. I
So
do
fun.
remember visiting her years ago, and I remember Saratoga Springs being a very lively, happy place.
Oh, yes, especially in the summer. Caroline Street's open till like 4 a.m, I think.
Yes, I do remember people singing Sweet Caroline at the top of their lungs.
Oh, yes. You're from Boston. That's a Red Sox
I
song,
know,
right?
I know.
Do you believe in like serendipity or what is it called? When something happens, like deja vu type situation?
Absolutely, 100%.
So my mom passed away. It'll be 3 years this month. And I
sorry.
have talked with 6 different people, and I feel like I've gotten some sort of message from every person. So my mom's grandmother's name was Caroline. My best friend's name is Carolyn that I was telling you about. And my mom owned a beach house in North Carolina called Sweet Caroline.
Wow. And tonight I just brought up Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Because your mom is with us. And my dad passed away a year ago, so
Oh,
I
I'm
hear
sorry.
you and I see you. And they're always with us, aren't they?
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes we have these, full circle moments where it's a reminder that they're gone, but they're not gone.
I completely and utterly believe that.
Yeah, me too. I am so glad I met you.
Thank you. Me
This-
too. I'm glad
this
I
has
met
been
you.
so lovely. Marjan, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
I would tell her to throw away the clock because my younger self was very driven and felt like she had to be published by the time she was 30. And then when that didn't happen, it was as though I was falling behind. But I would tell my younger self, it takes the time it takes. You want to write the best book you want to write. My first book was published when I was 42. And now this is my 3rd book. And this summer it became a New York Times bestseller.
Congratulations.
And I wish
That's
I could
huge.
tell my younger self, just hang on tight. It's all going to work out.
Yes.
You just have to be patient.
Everything happens in due time.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. And when it's meant to happen.
Exactly. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we could all use that. I feel
Absolutely.
like in life, it's such a game of, hurry up and wait or rush. You want to hit all of these milestones and then what? Then you got to hit the next one. Let's enjoy the moment. You are New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, and we're all on our own timeline.
Totally.
Right? Like when it happens for me is completely different than when it would have happened for someone else. And I just feel like everybody's comparing and contrasting a lot, but we're all living in our own universe in some ways, and doing what we're supposed to be doing, but we just have to accept that.
Agreed.
And be in it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I am so thrilled for you. I hope you have the best weekend in Saratoga.
Thank you.
I'm glad you got to reconnect with your friend. I hope you get to go out and paint the town and celebrate because you deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was so great to meet you.
It was lovely to meet you.
Oh,
thank you.
thank
you.
Now, here's a quick message from our sponsor. Discover Saratoga membership puts your business in front of thousands through online listings, social media, print guides, referrals, and signature events like Chowderfest and Restaurant Week. Plus, you'll get insider access to convention calendars, networking opportunities, and marketing support year-round. Join the 500-plus local businesses already growing with Discover Saratoga. Visit discoversaratoga.org/membership to sign up today.
Ellen Beal, co-founder of the Saratoga Book Festival.
It's been 5 years of having the festival, but really this has been something that the team and I have been working on for about 7 years.
Wow. And what inspired you to start the Saratoga Book Festival?
That's a great question. I used to be in book publishing and loved the industry, loved working with authors. And when I moved to Saratoga Springs, I realized what a great city this was for all sorts of interests. And we do have a big community of readers here.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I could use some past skills and connections and build something that isn't here already.
I love that. I love that. And look what you've done. 5 years. Congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you.
This event has been popping.
Yeah,
I have seen tons of people in and out. There have been authors networking, the vibe, the music, everything. This is spectacular.
It's, I think that's just something really wonderful in our very digital online world, and I'm in that world too. But the human connection of meeting creatives like authors. And getting to know, how do you do this? And why do they write? And for them, writing is often a very solitary task.
Yeah.
So they love the energy too.
Absolutely. I think it was Saratoga who I was talking to, Saratoga Schaeffer.
Yeah.
And she was telling me she's in double digits in books that she has written. And I'm like, for someone as young as you, I am utterly impressed. In this world of AI and ChatGPT, the fact that you sit down and write a book, it's unheard of.
Yes.
And it's amazing to see young people still being successful in writing and wanting to write.
And wanting to do it.
It's amazing.
That's right. And we're here, coincidentally, in the what we're calling the Literary Marketplace Night Market, which profiles indie local authors.
Yeah.
So we have people in all different stages of their career here too, including some local super talented people who are not only writing their own books, but they're the ones marketing their books, and they're doing everything.
That's
this
a
is
lot of
helping
work
to support them too.
You must really love what you do, right?
Yeah.
It's a labor of love, but in the best way possible.
Yes.
Oh, you have programs all day, Saturday, Sunday.
We do. Saturday is the really big day. We start off with sessions at 10 o'clock in the morning in areas that, I call the real terribly popular, terribly is the wrong word, wonderfully popular types of books that lots of people love. Historical fiction and suspense. We've got 2 great panels there to start us off right away at 10 a.m. And then at 10:30, we have a special family keynote with the unbelievable pairing of 2-time Newbery Award winner Katie Camillo. And her illustrator in this book, Sophie Blackhall, who's won 2 Caldecott Awards.
Very
they
nice.
are children's literary giants, and they're here in Saratoga.
That is so cool.
Yes.
Are they going to be signing books?
So they will be signing books, and we're doing that event in the Maple Avenue Middle School.
Oh,
so
very
that's a first for
cool.
us. But we thought, what a great environment, because kids will be comfortable there. It's going to be amazing.
Aww.
And then we have a full day at Cafe Lena, full day at the library. We have a lot of Beyond the Book events this year that have Books Plus.
That's great.
We have, including a TV screening.
That's awesome.
A TV series screening called Books.
Okay.
And the creatives shot some of the pilot in Troy.
Oh,
So there's a local
cool.
connection. And what I love about that particular series or that particular session is you get to hear from people from the script writing perspective, from writing different sorts of things besides just books. But I love the fact that this series is being described as Cheers if it were set in a bookstore.
I love it.
Right?
That's very cool. Oh, I love that. Maybe they can come film in Saratoga.
And you know what? I think part of what we also do is we try to connect with other local organizations. And Spencer Sherry's 518 Film Network
Yes, we love
is
Spencer.
involved. So he's going to be the moderator.
Very cool.
And they're going to bring up all of their film people.
Nice.
So it'll be a real gathering
That would be cool.
of folks really from New York
I
City.
have the perfect location. Lyrical Ballard.
Oh, I know. Isn't that
Isn't
amazing?
that such a good store?
You are right. Actually, that is a
Northshire
good idea.
is fantastic.
Yes,
I love
yes,
Northshire.
Yes.
It's very modern. I
Yes.
feel like this could be, like, if you're talking Cheers, this has to be a very eclectic, under the radar type
Yes,
place
yes.
that has a really cool vibe and really cool employees.
I do. Yeah,
Right?
that's a treasure,
Let's
right?
do it.
I always
Let's write
figured
it.
that's the Harry Potter bookstore in
Yes.
town, right?
And so it's
Yeah.
right next to like Magic Moon.
Yeah.
Viola Street is a vibe right now. The dining, the stores, like that is the hot street in Saratoga right now.
Yes. Well, I'd like to tell you we've got something else happening on the street scene in Saratoga.
Tell me more.
If you go to Ben and Jerry's,
Yes.
we have this amazing young couple, Chloe Barceneau. And I'm so sorry, Chloe, I may be getting the name wrong tonight. And Brandon Batchelder, they're a couple who are super creatives, and their answer to one of life's most troublesome issues for young people, how do we afford our own house,
Yeah.
was to build an amazingly unique tiny house that they call the Ship House.
Okay.
And not only will they be doing a session with another amazing HDTV couple
Yeah.
called Ethan and Elizabeth Finkelstein.
Is that this old house?
They are the cheap old house
Cheap old
lady, right? They're going to be here
Yes.
tomorrow with
Okay.
them. And Chloe and Brandon actually drove the tiny house and parked it in the Ben and Jerry's parking lot.
So cool.
So when you go to Ben and Jerry's tomorrow, and you have to go,
Yes.
then check out. There will be, if they're there, they'll be happy. One part of the house side comes down, and they'll show you how they use every single inch in that house
Wow.
to make it a home that
That's
looks like
amazing.
a pirate ship.
That's amazing. That's like every kid's dream.
Yeah,
How many kids can say they get to live in a pirate ship?
in a pirate ship. And I think one of the reasons why we love those kind of sessions is you don't have to consider yourself an avid reader
Yeah.
to find something in this book festival that
Totally.
you just think is totally cool.
Yeah. That's so cool. You've done such a good job. You've literally thought of it all.
Well,
like, this is awesome.
It's a big, wonderful thing that all of this wonderful team has put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm so happy you moved to Saratoga. We met at Leadership Saratoga, so
We
I've
did.
known Ellen for a couple years.
Yes.
Lovely years. And I'm so glad you started this book festival. It's something Saratoga needed. So it's perfect. And the authors that I've interviewed today have had nothing but great things to say about it. So
Wonderful.
clearly you're doing something right. And I'm excited that you have programming all weekends long.
Yes.
And it's been fun. And you do other things throughout the year too, right?
We do, and we're planning. I'm sure we'll be planning next year within days of this.
Totally, right? The
I-
work never ends.
And the work never ends, but we make sure that people are invited to give an online survey. We have QR codes at every event so that we hope to get as much feedback from attendees this year as possible.
Love that. Yeah.
To start figuring out what cool things we can do next
So
year.
how can people reach out to you if they want to learn more or provide feedback?
You know, the easiest way is to go on the website
Okay.
at saratogabookfestival.org, and where you can find the schedules and the author profiles and other stuff
Perfect.
about what we do. It's
Yeah.
all to benefit our friends at the Saratoga Springs Public Library.
We love it. Who are celebrating their 75th
75th.
anniversary.
I know. And what a lovely library we
Yes.
have. Yes.
We really do.
Yes.
That YouTube video was really nice. You
Oh
guys
my
did an
gosh.
excellent job. I'm blown away.
Well, thank you. It was you folks made it a pleasure, and I can't thank Discover Saratoga enough.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know what? We're just here to tell your story. And you guys are what provide the content and the value to the community. If we didn't have a library or a book festival, we wouldn't be Saratoga. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Awesome.
Please like, subscribe, rate, or review our show. Thank you.
This episode is sponsored by Julie & Co. This podcast is produced by Discover Saratoga and Bright-Sided Media.